Okay, I am live, I believe, on all platforms now. Okay, hit live. Okay, yep, we are live. Okay, cool. So I'm live on Instagram. Oh, my eye is red. Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. All right, let's roll. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Whew, this Chicago weather. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. So I am live on both the YouTube channel, which is Patrice Stewart. I am also live on our Facebook page and group, which is the Tax Cred group. And then I'm live on Instagram. So I wanted to jump on this Tuesday for a couple of things. I wanted to give you all a quick tax update, but then I want to have an actual discussion, right? I have like so it's a post that was made in the Facebook group, and I want to discuss this post. I want to discuss this tonight. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So that way the information that I need to relate to you all, that can get done. Okay. So hello. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Patrice L. Stewart, better known as the Realist Tax and Business Strategist. That is also trademarked. Okay. But I have over 20 years in the financial services industry. I've been in taxes and business consulting these last 13 years. But I do have a background in finance. I worked for a big box banking institution for almost 7 years. So I have banking under my belt, accounting. I worked for an accounting company for a long time before I came out on my own. So my overall background is in accounting, taxes, and then business consulting. Okay. So if you're new here, I've also been an entrepreneur. I started my business in 2008. So I started my business while I was still working in corporate America. And then once I got let go from corporate America, I decided to step out on my own. And I've been doing this full time ever since then, since 2013. So now it's made 12 years being fully self-employed, these last 12 years. But I've had my business since 2008. Now, what I want to give you an update on is kind of just, it's new. Remember, it's January. We just got here. Okay. I want you all to be aware and understand what's going on. I know right now you're seeing a lot of promotions and things, and people are promoting these advances, cash advances. It's tax time. So I kind of wanted you all to just be aware of what is actually going on, and then also what are the actual tax updates right now. So basically, the IRS just announced that they are opening for tax season January 27th. Okay. So right now, a lot of you all are seeing people promote, you can get your taxes done, you can get your taxes done, or you can apply for these cash advances, right? So I want you to be aware, because as always, I'm going to tell you the truth, right? And keep it real with you, which is why I'm the realist, because you all get a lot of information and these people don't explain stuff to you and how it actually works. Okay. So one of the big things that I want you all to know right now is any one of you all that are filing your taxes, or you're going to someone and they're like, hey, you can apply for this cash advance, right? I want you to know that the IRS is not open. Okay. The IRS is not open as far as for taxes. We're not filing taxes right now with the IRS. All right. So I want you all to understand that these advances are offered through your tax companies, right? Whoever you're dealing with, if they're able to offer advances, that's something that our bank products are offering. Okay. So this is not an advance that's directly from the IRS. This is not an advance that that has anything to do with the IRS. I need you all to know that, okay? Because as of right now, today is January 14th, and guess what? The IRS is not open for tax filing season, okay? So they recently announced that the actual tax season for 2025 opening date will be January 27th, okay? Now, can you all file your taxes early? No, you're not filing your taxes early, right? And that's what I want to explain here. So if you are doing a cash advance, you are filing your taxes as what we call as a pre-acknowledgement, all right? So when the IRS is actually open, you get an acknowledgement. We get an accepted, right? We get an acknowledgement saying, hey, the IRS has received your taxes, and now we're going to start processing them. All right, that's how it works. Right now, you all are doing what we call as a pre-acknowledgement, okay? So that means you're being pre-acknowledged because the IRS is not open to acknowledge it. I hope I'm not confusing y'all, because I think I am. But basically, any of you all that are filing these cash advances, you're doing it before the IRS is actually open. I want you to know that. So I don't push or promote the whole cash advance thing. Do we offer it at my office? Yes, we do. Right? If clients ask about it, then I will explain it to them, and you can let me know if that was something that you would like to do. But overall, as a tax professional, do I push it? Do I promote doing cash advances? No, I don't. And one of the reasons why I don't is because it's a loan. All right. I need you all to know that anytime you're doing a cash advance, this is a loan. So you are paying interest on these funds that you are getting in advance. All right. So, example, if you're getting a $5,000 refund and your tax professional was able to offer cash advances, maybe they approve you for a $2,000 cash advance. Okay. What's going to happen is you are going to be charged interest from the day that you are given the cash advance. All right. So if today is Tuesday and you applied tonight and you got approved tonight and they deposit the money into your account tonight, all right, then your interest starts today. Now, a lot of you all may or may not remember this, but every single year, the IRS holds your taxes up until February 15th. Okay. Everybody and this is only for people who are filing with children. If you are filing earned income credit, child tax credit, or the American Opportunity Credit. All right. If you have any of those, earned income credit, American Opportunity Credit is for college education, and then the child tax credit. Okay. Those three alone, you all are held. You all are always held. If you remember, you've been being held for like the last 5 years now. I forgot exactly the terminology that they have it, that they call it, but basically they changed the laws and this is what's been happening, right? You all remember that. So most refunds don't start going out until the end of February, beginning of March. So if you get a cash advance today on the 14th, you're going to be charged interest from today all the way until you get your refund. If you get your refund March 15th, okay, you're going to be charged interest from January 15th to February 15th to March 15th. That's 60 days. What am I doing? I got 3 up. 660. Okay, that's 60 days. So that's 60 days worth of interest that you have to pay. So remember that. All right. So for me, again, I tell my clients if it makes sense, okay. But if you can wait and you don't have to borrow against it or you don't have to pay additional interest, then do what works best for you, right? But I want you all to be aware and clear because you have a lot of tax people. I'm not going to call them professionals because you have a lot of tax people today that are promoting all of these different things, okay? And if people are not able to explain these things to you all, then you clearly know you're not working with a professional. All right. It's just that simple. Okay. So I wanted you to be updated on that because everybody's pushing these advances, right? I wanted you to also be updated on the January 27th tax opening season date. That is the day that the IRS officially opens for tax season. And that's the day that I actually start pushing returns through. I don't really file returns before the date that they actually open, unless somebody is trying to apply for a cash advance. Other than that, there's no reason to be filing ahead of time. You can't file ahead of time. Either you're doing a cash advance or you're waiting until January 27th when the systems open up and when they actually will start processing and accepting tax returns. Okay. The last update, and I'm not going heavy into this because I'm also going doing a live on Thursday. So if any of you all are self-employed, if you're a 1099 contractor, if you work for Uber, Lyft, you have your own business, you're self-employed, barber, hairstylist, lash tech, whatever. I'm doing a live workshop on Thursday. So our group, Dearborn Realtors Board, we are hosting a tax strategy workshop for our members. But because I do have a nice following online, I did want to invite you all to come to the Zoom. And then that way, if you decide that you want to join us, then great. Okay. But I did want to go ahead and open up the floor for you all to be able to come to the Zoom, because it is a free workshop that we're offering. So it is for our members. But again, you all will be able to come to the workshop. It's this Thursday, the 16th. Yeah, the January 16th at 6 p.m. So we will be on Zoom. All we're asking for is your name and your email. You register for the Zoom and you'll get access to the workshop. We'll also have an attorney on as well, and he'll be going over different tax strategies. He'll be going over the 1031 exchange. If you've never heard of that, that is something that you might want to learn about. I'll be going over self-employment tax tips, tax strategies for self-employment, how you all can save money, especially if you are in real estate, if you are a real estate agent, broker, licensed in lending, anything dealing with real estate, right? We'll also kind of break down some of those tax advantages and deductions on that free workshop. Okay. Now the rest of that, I think I did pretty well with that summary in 12 minutes. We've been on here 12 minutes. So I think I did pretty well with that summary in 12 minutes. So the other thing or question, I'll say, the other question that I wanted to bring up was I wanted to actually talk to you guys and have like a financial topic tonight, right? The biggest thing, and then Sunday I'm going over earned income credit. So I'll do that on Sunday. Sunday, that's another workshop that we'll do. I'm going on the YouTube channel to break down the earned income credit. Who is it for? What does it look like? All of that, right? Because I think a lot of you all also may or may not know or realize when you're no longer qualified for earned income credit. So we'll break that down and go over that. But on my Facebook page, I have put up a post, pretty much. And in that post, I have put up, I asked, I'm in this group, right? I'm in this group with real estate professionals, and this young lady posted, and I wanted to kind of have like an open discussion about that, because when I saw the post, it actually made me think about some of the stuff that the men today say about how some of the women are today. And when I saw the post, I was like, is this what men are talking about today? Because let me go back to the post so I could say it verbatim. Y'all, I don't want to misquote what the young lady posted. So what did I post? My Facebook acting up right now. Come on, let me refresh the screen. Okay. So I put the post that I made was This is a post that was in a group of real estate professionals. I do not agree with this post at all, and I voiced my opinion on the original post. So the post was point of view, right? POV. My friend says to me about her man, I own my home with no mortgage, but he doesn't know it's mine. Am I wrong for charging him rent, half the utility bills, and food expense? What would you say? So on that post, it was in that post, it's a huge group. It's a huge group. I'm not gonna say the name of the group because I don't want to label these people the wrong way, right? But it's a huge group. I'm gonna say it's probably at least 28 to 30,000 women in this group. Okay. All real estate professionals or some in some capacity, some type of real estate, right? So the group owner posted that. And she pretty much said her friend told her that her friend owns a house and she has a man living with her, but she's charging him rent. Excuse me, I told y'all bear with me with the Chicago weather. She's charging him rent and half of the utility bills and food expenses, which is fine. The biggest thing is to me is she owns the home and has no mortgage on it, but he doesn't know. Okay. So my question was, her question was in the group, is this lady wrong? And personally, I feel that she is wrong. And then I wanted to say why I felt that she was wrong. So I do feel that she is wrong. Okay. And I wanted to get you all's opinion. I wanted to get you all's opinion. No, there's no wrong answer. If everybody, it was so many women on there who didn't feel that she was wrong. It was so many women that voiced their opinion. It took me a while to get to a comment that I actually agreed with. I'm gonna say that, right? It took me a while to get to a comment that I had actually agreed with. So for me, okay, and I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. But for me, I wouldn't do something to somebody or treat somebody a way that I wouldn't want to be treated, right? I wouldn't want to live with a man and we going half on the bills or whatever. I think she said he's paying the rent and she's paying half the utilities, right? So I wouldn't want to live with a man and say I'm giving some rent and I'm paying half the utilities. But I wouldn't want to live with somebody who does not feel like they can't be honest with me. Because my whole point was, why lie about it? Like, it was so many women on there like, well, that's what she should be doing. She should be charging him. He lives there. It's like people had no idea of the concept of the question, right? To me, a lot of women in the group were trying to, say, well, as a man, shouldn't he pay bills or shouldn't he do this or shouldn't he do that? No one's negating that. That wasn't the question, was should he be paying bills? The question was, I own the home that I have him paying full rent, half of the utilities on, and he buys food and groceries, right? The whole point of her original statement was, I own the home and he doesn't know about it. You get what I mean? That kind of, to me, went completely over people's heads when that was the main point of the post. The post wasn't about him paying rent and utilities and buying food. Yes, as a man, he should do that. But the post was also more of, I'm doing all of this and I own this home and this man doesn't know that. So to me, that's wrong. That's deceptive. That is not, and people were like, well, she don't owe him nothing. That's not her husband. Well, if they're dating and they're living together, how is he going to become her husband? Like, if you're dating and then you move in together, isn't the next step for you to get married or something? So if you want this person that you're with to trust you, to believe in you, why are you lying and deceiving them? That doesn't make sense to me. So my response on the post was, yes, she is wrong, because why you gotta lie? Like, if you with a man and you want him to pay the bills, what's wrong with just saying you want him to pay the bills? I don't understand why you have to lie and say you don't own this home, you're charging rent, you're paying, you're charging half of the utilities and the food. So it's like, if he knew you own the home, you felt like he wouldn't do the same thing. I don't get it, right? But mentally, my moral compass, I don't feel like that's right. I felt like she was wrong, right? And somebody else felt like she's not wrong, and that's okay. I just wanted to have this conversation because I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I personally don't get it. Oh, I got a lot of more comments on here now. I think it'd take a while for my stuff to post. I got a lot more people on here chiming in now. So I made the post on my Facebook page. I did not make the post on my YouTube channel, which I should do. I'm gonna post that on my YouTube and see what type of comments we get on that one. But I wanted to ask y'all to chime in. I think I'm gonna get on Facebook because it's not that many of y'all on here. Instagram, I'm not usually on here. I'm not always on here. So let me turn this around. Actually, you can go to my YouTube channel. Okay. I'm on my YouTube right now. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on my YouTube page. And then I'm Patrice L. Stewart on my Facebook page as well. So this is the Facebook post. Just so y'all know y'all following the right channel, because it's a bunch of fake pages on here too. So this is where you can go. I'm gonna go on my Facebook page right now and finish this conversation. It's 8 o'clock. Y'all be done before 9 o'clock. '80s baby, you say I do gig work. You got any advice for us dealing with Uncle Sam? I do. So gig work 1099. I'm actually going live on Thursday. So you actually should come into my Zoom. I'm doing a free workshop for self-employed. Let me see. Let's see. Can you go? So you see right here? So I'm hosting a free workshop. It's a real estate tax basics, but I'll be going over tax strategies for entrepreneurs. And that's on Thursday. So if you go to the link in my stories, because this is actually in my stories on Instagram too. So on here, I have where you can just click the link and you can register for it. So what I do, there it is. So if you go to my stories and you see this one, you could click right there and you could register for the Zoom. And then we're meeting on Thursday at 6 o'clock. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Just make sure you go on my link and click there to register though for the Zoom. It literally we only ask for your name and email. That's it. And then we'll send you a Zoom reminder on there. Okay. But I'm gonna finish this on Facebook because I have more people. I have more people on Facebook to get this conversation going. Okay. Thank you, '80s baby. All right, y'all. So, like I said, I'm gonna go over here to my Facebook channel and go live. Again, it's Patrice L. Stewart. Just make sure you're following the right page because it's a lot of fake. It's like 3 or 4 fake pages of me on Facebook. So I think my Facebook got 26,000 followers. And then my YouTube channel is Patrice L. Stewart, and it's got like 18,000 followers. So all right. Thanks for being patient for me, YouTube. I know I was on my phone and I had some other stuff going on. but I also wanted to get off of Instagram and go live on my Facebook. Uh, okay, I don't need live effects. Okay. Okay. Doo doo. Hey, Reese. Just give me a few moments. I just went live on my Facebook page. So YouTube, I'm gonna type in here what the question was. So question on Facebook. Hey, Gary, yes, you do. Yes, you do. So I can know what I need to say or tell my assistant. But what's going on? Okay, so the topic that was on the poll, the topic that I had posted, that was on Facebook. So, oh, excuse me. I did a tax updates video like 20 minutes ago. So I'll just go straight into the poll question, right? So as I was sharing on my Facebook, I'm in a group and it's got a lot of real estate professional women in that particular group. And so one of the ladies had posted this comment. She pretty much said, my friend says to me about her man that she owns her home with no mortgage. Okay. So the young lady owns her home. She has no mortgage on it, right? She owns the house outright. She has a man living with her that she's calling her man, but he does not know that she owns this home outright. All right. She is charging him rent. She is charging him half on the utility bills and food expense. All right. The question was, is she wrong? Right. And so that's my question, to you all, whether you're a man or a woman, right? If you had a friend that shared with you that they own their home, but they have a male living with them, but he does not know that she owns the home, but she's charging him rent, half of the utility bills, and food expense, right? And this is just my opinion. My opinion was, yes, that she is wrong, right? Now, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. By the time I saw the post, it was probably like 150 comments on there, right? It took me a long time to scroll down the comments to see a response that I actually agreed with. I'm be real honest. It took me a while. It took me a while to find a comment that I actually agree with. And it made me say, reading some of them comments, it really made me say, like, some of the stuff that men say today about some of the modern women today and their mindset. I hate to say it, but it was a lot of women on there that was making these men sound right. I'm gonna say that. Okay. Now, this is the other thing. I feel like it was a lot of women on there responding, saying, as a man, shouldn't he pay bills and stuff like that? To me, that wasn't the question. That wasn't the question, right? She's not sharing this with her friend and asking, is she wrong for charging rent or paying bills? That's not the question, right? She's asking, is she wrong because she knows that she's charging rent, utilities, food, etc., but she has not once shared that she owns this property. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of women was just jumping in and saying, well, that's what he's supposed to do. And as a man, that's what he's supposed to do. And, and shouldn't a man pay bills? And, and some women was like, that's not her husband. No, she not wrong. She should charge him more and some other stuff. And I was on there. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was on there like this. Like I had my mouth open the whole time, like reading majority of these comments. I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God, right? Now, I decided tonight, just randomly, while I was here at the office, that I wanted to kind of ask, like, live. Like I wanted to have a live conversation on this topic because at this point, I'm like, the world has really changed. Like it's different. It's different now. And it's different. That's the best that I could say. Right. But for those of you that are just coming in, I actually went live with this poll, with this question. Like I posted on my page a post that was made in a group that I'm in. This is a group of real estate professionals that I'm in. It's probably like 20 or 30,000 women in this group, right? And so the owner of the group had posted this topic, right? And she pretty much was stating that her friend says to her, hey, I own my home with no mortgage and he doesn't know it's mine. The man that's living with me, the guy that I'm dating, the guy that she's calling her man, doesn't know that she owns the house outright, right? And so she states, am I wrong for charging him rent, half of the utility bills, and food expenses? And what would you say? Right? And so, like I said, my stance on this was I'm not going to treat somebody how I wouldn't want to be treated. So for one, I do think she is wrong. Now, some people were like, oh, well, that's none of his business. That's not her husband, all this other stuff, right? I personally, I'm not going to lie to somebody and make it seem like I have this mortgage when I don't have a mortgage. Now, if you want to live with a man, okay, I'm glad you jumped on because I saw that you made a comment, right? If you want to live, so this is my thing. If you want to live with a man, you want him to pay bills, you want him to do things for you in the household, right? But then you okay with being dishonest? That doesn't make sense to me, right? Because and then people, women were on there like, oh, well, that's not her husband. Well, how is he gonna be your husband? The whole point is you're dating, then maybe some of you live together, and then you get married, right? So just because you're not married to the man right now, you don't owe him the respect and the decency to be honest. This is my thing. It's what's wrong with saying, hey, this is my house, I own it. But if you're gonna be living here, you need to pay rent, you need to pay bills, you need to buy groceries. Like, what is wrong with that? I don't understand that. You get what I'm saying? To me, it was like y'all, I ain't gonna lie. It was so many women that was in agreement with what she was doing and how she was doing it. I was flabbergasted. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a woman. I mean, I'm not a woman. I don't date women, right? I'm a woman, but I don't date other women. So I never really looked at this whole male female conversation, this whole 50-50 topic online. But this topic I wanted to bring up because I am in financial services, right? I am in financial services. I am in a financial background, right? So I am not going to sit here and not have this discussion because this blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie. I was so mind blown, y'all, reading them comments. Like I said, when I got to the post, it was like 150 comments. It probably took me to reach 85 comments before I saw a young lady comment who said something similar to my views. Everybody else was on there like, she don't owe him nothing. That's not her husband. Charge him more. Some other stuff. I couldn't believe it. Let me go through and see what you said, Kay. I saw that you commented, but it didn't tell me. I didn't stop to read it. Let me see what you said. Shar, I sent it. As soon as you messaged me, Shar, I sent it right back to you. If you didn't get it, text me. I literally, as soon as you sent it, I sent it right back. Okay, Kay. So Kay say, I'm wondering, why did she even feel the need to lie in the first place? Exactly, Kay. Exactly. That's my thing. Like, what you lying for? We don't got to lie to kick it. So you say, why did she even feel the need to lie in the first place? Is she being grimy? Because to me, it come off a little grimy. Not a little. It come off a lot grimy. It come off deceptive. It come off grimy. It come off like you money hungry. Like, and again, everybody got their own mindset and opinion. But I didn't realize how many women thought that was okay until I read that post and saw those comments like that. I was like, okay. And then it made me think about some of the topics that I see on this internet between men and women. Right. And it had me thinking, and I was like, the fellas is not lying about some of y'all. Some of y'all chicks is straight money hungry. Like, I try not to get into those type of conversations, but the comments that I saw, it really had me thinking about some of the stuff that these men possibly go through out here and why so many be concerned with their money. Because, we always be talking smack like, y'all on here complaining about money y'all don't have, or this 100,000 y'all don't have. You know all the stuff that you just seen on the internet with the whole back and forth, right? But I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's like the second or third post that I saw with a female kind of being grimy, with a man that she's supposed to be dealing with and dating. And that to me just came off straight grimy. So the other part of your comment, Kay, was, is she being grimy? Or did she believe if she hadn't lied, he wouldn't have contributed? That was my other question. Like, did you feel like you had to lie for him to contribute? Like that, Kay, I believe we had the same questions, dear. Okay. You say, I need to talk to her. I got 21 motherfucking questions. Look, Kay, look, you and me both. I promise. You and me both got 21 questions. Because, baby, I was like, I ain't get it. You say that's why I asked. What was she lying for? Right. That we need to know. We might have to get her on. They may have to open that group up and get her on a podcast to answer that, because we all need to know what you lying for. What you lying for? I don't get it. So Deidre says she should disclose. She should disclose when she's ready. She should disclose when she's ready. Nothing wrong with it. Okay. Corey says hello. You say, sorry, Patrice, I don't agree with you on this one. Hey, it's no reason to apologize. Everybody has their own opinion, right? And that's what I said out the gate was, I'm not here to, knock anybody for their opinion or whatever. If you agree with it, right? Some things we not gonna agree on. Okay. I didn't agree, and I just wanted to share why I did not agree. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not knocking it. If anything, I was more shocked at some of the responses that I saw. You get what I mean? Like I said, everybody has their own opinion, but I think it was more with some of the responses that I saw from some of the women, and it kind of made me clutch my pearls a little bit. Right? It kind of made me clutch my pearls a little bit. If she own her own, she not money hungry. She want to make sure he not money hungry. Okay. I mean, Reese say some. Rory say, is the relationship goal to own one house or an empire? Is the values in the relationship trust or deceit? Thank you, Rory. Thank you, Rory. Thank you. I'm glad a man chimed in, because this is what I wanted. I wanted some dialogue. YouTube, y'all a little quiet on here. I'm on Facebook getting a little more dialogue, so I'll just read to you what you're not able to read and see. Right? Hello, Serenity. So Rory, I like your question. Rory says, is the relationship goal to own one house or an empire? Is the values in the relationship based off of trust or deceit? That is what it determines the right path for the couple. Well, Rory, we don't know, right? Because this was a random post that was made in the group. The lady didn't even post it. Her friend posted it, right? But those are great questions. But to me, the relationship right now is already built off of deceit. It's not built off of trust, because one person is already lying to the other person. So, and to me, again, that's where it comes in to me with the whole moral compass, right? And treating people how you would want to be treated. And like I said, for me, that I can't speak for nobody else, but I want to be treated. I'm going to treat somebody how I would want to be treated. So I'm not going to lie to someone that I'm dating that I have also moved into my house with me, right? So I'm not going to lie to somebody about my status. If I own the house, I own the house. Now, do he need to know that how much the value of it is and all that? Maybe not. But if I own the house, there's nothing wrong with me saying I own this house. Because if I'm going to be with the man, the expectation is going to be set that there are going to be bills due. You get what I mean? But I can't expect to be in a relationship with a person and then I'm lying about my living situation. How are you okay? How are you going to build, as Rory say? Are you building on trust or are you building on deceit? Now, something as simple as you own this house, what else you lying about? Now that's why I'm gonna be on. If you lying about something as little as this, what else you lying about? You get what I mean? So to me, it just opens up a whole nother other can of worms that didn't necessarily need to be there. And you can still protect yourself from somebody. I mean, if you own property, you own homes, it's called put your stuff in asset protection, put it in a trust. You can have things before you meet somebody. You get what I mean? So that whole, again, I ain't knocking nobody else's opinion and how they feel, but to me, that's deceitful. And that's just the way it is. She probably doesn't want to be taken advantage of, men thinking he could run over her. And why would he think he could run over her just because she owned her house? I don't understand that. Because again, if that's the mindset that she thinks that this person that she dating, why even date that person then? Finding out if he is money hungry doesn't require the lying. Be 100 and upfront. Exactly, Kay. Exactly. I don't like. I don't get that. That even with what she's saying, what Deidre said, that don't make no sense to still lie about it. All of those things could be facts, and those are valid reasons as to why you may feel some way with dating somebody. But this not somebody she just dating. This is somebody she has moved into her home that she calls her man. All right, let's be clear. They don't live in their own separate cribs. They live together now. So when you decide to live with somebody and move in with them, that's a whole nother other step. We're not living in separate places and then you just doing your own thing. You get what I mean? So like I'm with Kay. Like you can find out somebody money hungry without lying. Like and if she got a lie, she need not be with that man. Exactly, Kay. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some of us Chicago girls is different. You know what I'm saying? Because Kay, you and I on the same page, baby. We on the same vibration. It's just that simple. You don't have to and this is what a lot of people were saying on there. So Deidre say you don't date and just open up your finances. How is telling somebody that you own your home opening up your finances? I don't understand that. That was what a lot of women were saying in that group too. You don't just open up your finances. Okay. I understand that if you dating somebody brand new, you know what I'm saying? If you dating somebody brand new, even opening up your books or your bank account. No one you're not giving him access to your bank account. This is the question. And I think this is the problem that a lot of y'all who think the other way, I think y'all are misconstruing it. And as people are commenting, I'm still seeing some of y'all comments come in, right? I'm only on the one right now where Kay say finding out if he is money hungry doesn't require for you to be lying. And then Deidre say you don't date and just open up your finances, which I agree with that too. Again, no one has to know what I make in my business. No one has to know what I make. But what is the problem with me saying I own my home? You don't know what the value of the home is. You don't, even if you had a mortgage or you didn't have a mortgage. People say they own their home all the time and have a mortgage. I don't know. Reese, what if she was testing him to see if he would contribute? I know that sounds deceitful. Right. See, so we don't know how long he's been living with her and paying the bills, right? She basically just said that they're living together. He's paying the rent. He's paying half of the utilities and he's buying the groceries and the food. But we don't know how long this has been happening and how long this has been going on, right? That wasn't a part of the post. But the post she wanted to know was she wrong? This was the young lady's direct question herself was, is she wrong for that? Is she wrong for owning her home outright with no mortgage, but allowing the man that she lives with to pay rent? She said she's charging him rent. He's paying half of the utilities and he's buying food and groceries. She wants to know, is she wrong? If you even got to ask the question, then you know you're wrong. We wouldn't even be having this conversation if the girl never told her friend and then her friend posted it in the group. Right? We wouldn't have never even known about this. So people when you have a conscience and you start questioning, are you wrong? Are you doing something when you know that you're wrong? You wouldn't be asking no question if you wasn't wrong. You wouldn't be like, well, girl, what you think about this? If you solid in your decision, be solid in your decision. You don't have to ask nobody, are you wrong? That's how you know when you being deceitful, or you know when you being when you're not being honest, when you got to ask somebody, hey, is this right? You get what I'm saying? Kay say, man, she about to have ninjas looking up properties on the Cook County portal. Another layer of bullshit. Man, Rory say you don't date and just open up your finances. Says no man ever. Another thought, she might think he can't handle it. Some men get intimidated with women that hold their own. So another thought, so Deidre said, another thought, she might think he can't handle it. Some men get intimidated with women that hold their own. And that is true, right? That can be true. I have even experienced that, which is why, again, I'm okay with you not disclosing everything and not opening up all of your finances. No, you know what I'm saying? I agree with that. You shouldn't just be telling everybody what you got, when you got, how much you got it, right? But at this point, you all, this is to me a little past dating, because they're living together. Okay. They're not just dating and in separate cribs. They are living together now. He has moved in with her in her home that she owns, but he doesn't know that she owns it. He thinks that they're renting the place out because she's charging him rent. She's charging him half of the utilities, and then he buys the food and the groceries, right? So I'm enjoying this conversation too, Deidre, because it opens up the dialogue for how people think, right? So Kay say, right, sir, I own this property, and if you're trying to be with me here in my shit, we need to discuss what you think your financial contribution needs to be, sir. Point blank, period, Kay. Point blank, period, Kay. All right. Chicago East Side. That's how we do it. Simple as that. I'm not finna play no fucking games. I'm not about to be lying. I'm not about to be being deceitful. I'm not about to be hiding shit. You gotta be she got to be hiding mortgage statements, tax documents. Like, baby, I'm not about to be doing all that. Okay. I own this house. And again, saying that you own the house doesn't mean you don't have to say, I own this house free and clear outright, right? You didn't even have to say that. You could just be like, I own this house, period. Now, if he want to know more information, then maybe that's a whole nother other conversation, right? But I don't understand what the point is to lie about owning your home. And if you are trying to see if a man is trying to get you for your money or see where he at, tell him the truth so you can see up front what he got going on. Because now to me, she's made it difficult. If he ever finds out, he's going to feel some type of way. And his question is probably going to be, why wouldn't you just tell me? So I'm sure he's going to have other questions when he finds out. You get him? That he's going to feel some type of way because she didn't be upfront and honest about it, right? What if she's telling him that it's a property management company and he writing this check to, I don't know how he paying the rent or whatever, but I don't know. To me, it just seems like it's too much. It seems like it's unnecessary. And to me, it seems like if you're trying to have a real relationship with somebody, you're being deceitful out the gate. You're already lying about petty. This is something petty, y'all. Like I said, you telling somebody that you own your home doesn't mean that it's a paid off mortgage. Most people have a mortgage on their property. So everybody say, I own my house. I own my house. When technically you don't own it until it's paid off, right? But we all say we a homeowner, you own your home. So that's what I'm saying. Like her just saying, I own my home. I don't understand what was wrong with just saying that. I'm not even saying she had to tell him it was paid off, right? But at least let the man know that this dwelling that you in is yours. It's not a home that y'all renting out to from some random stranger. You know what I mean? To me, it just seemed like it's something real minor for her to be lying about. And if she willing to lie about like where y'all lay y'all head at, then what else is she willing to lie about? That's how I would be looking at it from a man's standpoint. And to me, if I want a man if I want to deal with a man that is going to protect and provide, I'm going to say that up front. I'm not going to waste my time. Let's say they was living together 6 months. And then let's say he didn't. So she did this to learn or see this is why I've been single. This is why I've been single and celibate. Literally. For as long as I have, because I don't have time for these type of games. Like this is some unnecessarily playing games stuff right here to me, in my opinion. That's my opinion. This is unnecessary. It's so much other shit going on that we have in this world to be worried about and talking about. And we sitting here talking about, are you lying to the man that you call your man that you living with and saying that you rent this house when it's actually yours? I don't know. Let me go to the next question. So, okay, right. So that was Kay. Kay say, right. Kay, let me read that again, because this is how we think, Kay. Me and you on the same vibration, okay? Right. Sir, I own this property. And if you're trying to be with me here in my ish, we need to discuss what you think your financial contribution needs to be. Seriously. Like, why are we not having these grown adult conversations? Why are we playing games like a freaking kid? To me, that just seemed like a real kid-ass game. My guess is that her past experience has her not sharing everything. But we all have past experiences. We all do. And that's why I said, once the point that she made to allow this man to come move in with her and start accepting money from him, charging him rent, he paying bills, etc. That's a whole nother level now. We can't just keep it, well, this is what I went through in my past, all that other crap. Now we living together. Now you've been taking this man money. So when does the cycle end? When does the lies, when does the facade fall? You get what I'm saying? Like, that can't be nobody excuse of what you went through in the past. Then go to therapy and go get healed, because I don't want to hear that. Like, all of us have been through stuff. All of us. And guess what? I went to therapy. I'm not going to get on here and lie to a man and then be like, oh, that I went through some stuff in my past. That's why I'm lying. No, then get your ass and go to therapy. Cause we grown, like grown. That to me is an excuse that a lot of men and women use. Women moreover. I went through some stuff. We all went through some stuff, period. But you don't bring that on to the next person because you went through some stuff. Then go heal. Go to therapy. And honestly, that's another part, the other part or end when we do end this live that I'm going to end with is a lot of people need to quit talking and quit having sex with each other and sit down and go love on yourself and go to therapy. Seriously. Like, seriously. I have been celibate for probably a little over 3 years now. Now, honestly, it wasn't even really on purpose. It was just the fact that I did some healing. I did some soul searching. I went to therapy for a year. So I'm not going to sit down here and go with anybody and date anybody and talk to anybody. I'm not even entertaining nobody. If I feel like that, then don't talk to nobody. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. You can't go into the next relationship talking about, oh, I'm hurt, or I've been through this and I've been through that. So now you about to lie and deceive the next person? No. Then baby, you're not healed and you need to go heal. No, you need to go heal at that point. Because I don't want nobody coming to me talking about what they passed or what they ex did. Because, baby, I'm a whole other new woman. I'm not even that woman that you dealt with. That woman probably don't even have the type of caliber of mentality who the hell I am. So I'm not going to allow nobody to put they ex and the shit that they've been through on me. If you want to talk to me, then it's going to be at ground zero. The same way it's going to be at ground zero with you. Now, and that, again, this is the type of stuff that a lot of those females in that group was saying, right? And that's how I was able to see it's a lot of y'all that's hurt. And it's a lot of y'all that need to go sit down somewhere and heal. You shouldn't be talking to no men, and some of y'all men should not be talking to no women if that's how you feel. Kay say, as women, we can't demand honesty from men, yet find reasons to lie on our end. And I don't know how to say this word correctly. Reciprocity is maturity. Thank you, Kay. It's that simple. You cannot be making up a reason for you to be dishonest to this man that you claim that you want to be with and you're living with. You're living with him. Let's not, again, y'all, this woman is living with him. I don't know who y'all are, but I'm not moving in with nobody that I don't trust. Or I'm not moving in with somebody who I don't think I can trust. I'm not moving in with somebody who I don't see this being long term and maybe we could get married and have a family. I don't know what y'all just shack up with people today for the hell of it and then see what they gonna do. I mean, hey, Rory, as high as these property taxes and insurance is, she could have just said, welcome home, brother. Take care of these. Seriously, though, Rory. Seriously. That's my thing. Obviously, the man cares about her because he's doing, right? He's providing how she wants him to. But then let me tell y'all this other comment, because then let me give y'all something else to think about, because some of y'all on here, vouching for the girl, vouching for the lady who made the post. Now, in the comments in the group, the girl who posted it, she said that she is so people was asking like, well, what's she doing with the rent money and, and all this and that. The girl has been saving the rent money and now she's trying to buy another property. So in the group, people was asking some of the questions like Kay. Kay said, I got 21 questions. What's going on? The girl who posted it made a comment saying that she is helping her right now look for another property. So basically, she using that money that he been giving her as a down payment for another property. How is that not deceitful? How is that not deceitful? And if you on here agreeing with it, then I'm gonna just look at you a little sideways. I'm gonna just say that. I don't trust people like that. That's your opinion. You got your right to have your own opinion, okay? But I definitely don't trust people who are deceitful like that. No. Shawnee said, I had a man that was attracted to me because I was independent. Once we got together, he felt like he didn't fit in because I could handle everything on my own. Some men like the look of an independent woman, but can't personally handle one. And Shawnee, yes, I'm sure a lot of women who are financially able and stable can all say that same thing. I've even experienced that myself. Okay. I've even experienced that myself. But regardless, if I go into another relationship with another person, I'm not going to bring in what that one man did or two men did, right, onto this brand new person in this brand new relationship. It's just that simple. Okay. Like I said, we all have been through stuff. We all have experienced things. But to me, that's deceitful. Okay, quit. Okay. Guilt was eating at her. that she shared with her friend. To me, that was the thing. Like to me, again, whenever somebody say this is what's happening, and then they be like, am I wrong? As ladies, we all have friends. You've had this conversation with your female friend before. It's not one woman on here that have not had a conversation with their female friend where she did something and then she come to you like, girl, am I wrong? Girl, am I bogus? You know what I mean? We've all had these. This is what happened. She went to her friend, told her this, and she was like, am I wrong? Whenever you have to ask, am I wrong? You know you're wrong. Period. If you got to ask, am I wrong? You know you're wrong. You already know your answer. You're just looking for somebody to validate how you feel. And that's what happened. When that girl made that post, it was a bunch of women on there validating her answer to how she feel or her reason that she want to tell herself as to why she lying to this man, right? But deep down, you already know you wrong because you asked the question. If you wasn't wrong, you wouldn't be asking the question. Corey say, I know a woman who was doing the same thing. Positive reciprocity is maturity. Say it again, K. Positive reciprocity is maturity. Reese say, here's why it's a discussion, but she didn't disclose how long they've been dating or living together. Right. That's the other thing. We don't know how long they've been dating or living together, but we do know that they are living together, and she is collecting rent money from him. She's collecting half of the utilities from him, and he's paying for food and groceries. All while he doesn't know that she owns that house outright, free and clear. She doesn't have a mortgage. She owns the house outright, free and clear, and she has not shared or disclosed any of that to him. And so her question was, is she wrong? Right? And so again, we don't know exactly how long they've been living together, but obviously they've been living together long enough for her to collect enough rent money to go and buy another house. Because that was what the comment was by the friend who made the post was, well, we're actually out looking at properties right now because the money that she bought, that she is getting from him, she's using as a down payment to buy another property. So just to give y'all a little bit more insight. So Rory says, side note, I wonder how much them rent increases look like to him each year. I know, Rory, right? That's what Kay was saying. We need an interview. We need to be able to ask some questions because we got questions like you know when people put that little poll up like, hey, this is the hot topic or whatever. Like, we need to know. I don't want to say the group. I'm just gonna say it's a real estate group with about 20 to 30,000 women in it. Okay. I'm gonna just say that. But I don't want to say the actual group name because I don't want it to label us. All right. And because a lot of times when it happens, y'all be quick to label, especially Black women. So no, I ain't telling the group name. I made the post. I took the exact post from that group though. I took the photo out of that group and posted it on my page. Reese say, right, living together. Deidre say she don't have a mortgage statement, so ain't nothing to hide. Okay. Any man that has an issue with how financially advanced and stable a woman is his problem and not the woman's issue. That just sheds light that maybe he isn't happy within himself and probably need not be in a relationship until he reaches the stability that he needs to reach in order to not feel ashamed or financially inadequate. Kay, you are literally my mental sister on here. Everything you saying, chef kiss. Okay. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss, baby. You right. Therapy, me too. We grown over here. I mean, I'm just saying. Because that's dysfunctional. I'm sorry. That's dysfunctional. We can all share stories or bad stories that we have been through in relationships. Your new relationship don't want to hear that shit. Your new person don't want to hear what your other person did and how wrong they did you and this and that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want that energy brought on to them. This is why y'all need to go to therapy and why y'all need healing and why you need to stop dating and you need to stop having sex. You need to just stop. You need to go and heal and find yourself. Seriously. Seriously. And this is for men and women. Both. Because this is the problem. And this is why it's so dysfunctional out here today with dating. Seriously. Okay, Rory say, oh Lord, Rory say, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. She could have deed the property to a trust, then technically she not lying no more. Right. Okay, Rory, if she got her paperwork in order, then technically she not lying because she don't own it. The trust owns it. Okay. Kay say, girl, can say, period. Kay say, girl, forget that lying woman. Will we go out for our girl woman brunch? We taking Shar with us. I gotta treat her for her birthday. Seriously, I gotta treat Shar for her birthday too, because I didn't do it. Let's do it. Let's get in the group chat right now. I'm getting ready to log off in the next 5 minutes, and we can set it up for real. We need to get together. Cause I need to be, I got to be around some other grown ass women mentality. Cause I'm sorry that mentality, that ain't it for me. And anybody who think like that, I ain't rocking with you. I'm sorry. I ain't sorry. I'm gonna be honest. We all being honest. You feel how you feel. I feel how I feel. But when certain topics come with this, it shows me how you think and your moral compass. I'm in financial services. I don't want nothing to do with that type of mentality because you may mess around and be wanting to be in my office and looking up something or looking at a bank statement or what. I don't know what you gonna do because you a liar at this point unnecessarily. And then you lying unnecessarily. It's your house, and then the dude moved in with you. What you got to lie for? I don't get it. That's not me. So I can't fathom that type of mindset. Sounds like she was looking for a roommate, not a partner. And that's Corey Stevenson. That's how I looked at it. Because especially when the lady said she done took that man money and now she about to go and buy another property. Girl, do you even like this man? Do you even care about him and his feelings at all? And this is the reason why some men are on the internet complaining about their money. Because of women like this. And then when I saw that post and to see over 150 comments with most of them women agreeing with what she did, it really made me pull back and be like, damn, is this what the fellas is talking about today with these women in their mindset? Because I don't agree with that. I don't think that is right. Now, again, we're not talking about the man providing, because that was a lot of people kept commenting, well, that's what he's supposed to do. Men supposed to provide. Yeah, he can provide. But so if he needs to provide and do all this, why you gotta lie? You get what I'm saying? That's you can't ask for something and then you're not willing to give that. That it doesn't even make sense. You want the man to be faithful. You want the man to take care of you. You want the man to do this, but it's okay for you to lie about what you got and what you own. And nobody said she had to open up her bank statements and open up her financial statements. All we're saying is you own the home. What's wrong with the man knowing you own the home? I don't get that. they act like somebody said, bust open your bank statement. You know, I don't know. Corey, that's what it sounds like to me, though. that she looking for a roommate. She not looking for a partner to build with. Because like Rory said, you already building off of a lot of off of deceit. You're not even building off of trust. And Deidre, that's what you and a lot of other women in that post, that's how y'all think. She's a businesswoman. Wherever he stay, he has to pay. That comment was on there a lot, y'all. Just want y'all to know that comment that Deidre just made. She is a businesswoman. Wherever he stay, he has to pay. That comment was on that post a lot in that group. A lot. So with this conversation, with that particular one, I'm rolling with the fellas on this one. Some of y'all chicks is just money hungry, and it shows. That's just it. You can be mature, you can have a conversation, you can do all of that. If that's how you choose to be with somebody and date and lie and be deceitful, then A. And then I don't know how they expecting to get a husband, because that don't come with it. Like I said, whenever the man finds out, I'm pretty sure he's going to feel some type of way about her not saying anything. That's her new down payment. That's her new down payment assistance program. Hey, Rory. And exactly, she is being grimy at that point. I wanted to add that in a little bit later once I got some comments on here. Kay say, oh, she just being grimy. Why not introduce him to the realtor life? They both get on if she planned on being with him, but her lying shows that she sees no future, and instead treating him like an treating him like an investing STD, something to do. Yep, that's exactly what I got from it. Okay. That's exactly what I got from it. Rory say that friend about to fuck her up. About to fuck up her agent commission. She better shut up. No, it's a private group. It's a private group. So, and I think it's all women. It's a women's group. It's a women's real estate group. So it's a private group. So he wouldn't see it unless somebody was in there that knew him and took a screenshot and shared it. But even if no names was put out, you know what I mean? I made the post on my page. So the post is, the post is just anonymous. You know what I'm saying? It don't say any real information. Like she go. Didn't know she did it to buy another property. Now, if I was with the guy and he didn't know and we stayed together, I put the new property in his name as well and tell him, congratulations, you made it unknowingly. I was about to say, Erica, you say, I say he pays. Again, the topic isn't should he be paying? Okay. We all know if you living with a man and you in a relationship, yes, your man should be paying bills, should be paying, you know what I'm saying? That to me, that's not the topic. The topic isn't should he be paying? No one's saying he needs to be living there rent free. No one's saying that. The post was the woman owns the house outright and he doesn't know that. He thinks that they're renting the house. So she charges him rent. She charges him 50% on the utilities and he buys the food and the groceries. The friend's question was, is she wrong? Right? So she shared with her friend, this is what she's doing. She living with a man, but she hasn't told him that she's paying. She hasn't told him that she owns the property outright free and clear, that there is no mortgage because she owns it, but she's charging him rent. We don't know what the rent is. It could be $1,500. It could be $2,000. We don't know what the rent is. Okay. But it's enough to where he's paying this amount of money every month and to where she has enough money to go and buy another property. Because again, a bunch of people were commenting and asking, other questions. What's going on? What's this and that? So the girl who made the post did come on and comment and say, well, the money that she's collecting, she's keeping because she's out with me basically now, and we're looking for her another property. So that tells you what she's doing, right? And so this situation to me was just, this is a example of financial abuse. That's the topic that I think I put on here, was financial abuse. This is an example of that. This is an example of clear financial abuse. Okay. If you are living with someone, they are being deceitful about the bills, the rent, the items that you need to pay on your behalf, that is financial abuse. It is a form of financial abuse. Okay. If you did not know, then now you know. All right. So YouTube, we are done with this topic for today. What is today? Tuesday. I will be back on, not Thursday because we got a live. I'll be back on Friday for Finance Friday. So I will see you all then. All right. And then I'll just finish up